right, guys. So we got two topics left, man. Two topics left. I'm excited about this as well. People have been clamoring for this for quite some time, wanting it to happen. It seems like it would make sense. And we're going to be getting a new James Bond pretty soon. And it looked like it may be your boy Idris Elba. I'm gonna come to you first, one take big dog. But I got this report right here from Screen Rant, and this is topic number 7. James Bond producers have discussed Idris Elba as the next 007. Idris Elba has long been the internet's pick today, as I just said, to play James Bond after Daniel Craig, and the producers behind the spy franchise are aware of this. It just looks right. It's just a good picture right there, The producers behind James Bond franchise confirmed that Idris Elba name has come up, but one element makes it tricky. Last year, the long-running spy franchise reached a major milestone with the release of No Time to Die, directed by Cary Fukunaga. The much-delayed No Time to Die was both the 25th film in the franchise and the swan song for Daniel Craig. The online conversation surrounding the next James Bond was already heating up well before Craig said his goodbyes. But producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson stated they were waiting for the dust to settle on the No Time to Die before kicking off their search. Now that viewers have had a few months to digest it all, to his interest, who will be the next to don the 007 code name is rising once more. Very early discussions began in November, and while no names have emerged just yet, the internet certainly has its favorites. Tom Hardy, Henry Cavill, Regé-Jean Page have all prominent contenders for James Bond. Elba, meanwhile, has been in the mix for years now. His star has only grown in time to take to the number. His star has only grown in the time to take into get No Time to Die to the big screen, meaning more fans are interested in seeing him take on the part of James Bond. In a recent interview with Cruise Call Podcast, it says, "We all know Idris. We're friends with him, and he's a magnificent actor. And, it's been part of the conversation. But it's always difficult to have the conversation when you have someone in the seat. So, I think we have decided until No Time to Die has had its run and Daniel has been able to, we've all been able to savor, reap, and benefits of Daniel's wonderful tenure. We're not going to think about it or talk about anybody else." One take, big dog. What do you think about this, man? How do you receive this news? Like it said, this has been speculated for years whether Idris Elba would take on the role. James Bond is British. He is British. Let us know how you feel, man. You think he'll be a good fit as James Bond? Be honest.
Keeping it a bean. I've seen 2 James Bond films.
Oh,
like legitimate. I've seen Casino Royale, and I saw the last one. I thought that was excellent. But like he got the swagger. He's cool. I mean, the women love him, so like he got that part down pat. So I think he can nail it. But like as far as I'm not a James Bond guy. That's just why I'm at on it. But like, not at all.
Did you at least enjoy those movies though?
I did. Okay. It's just I got to the point where I'm just like, I want to go watch more of them. But like,
wow.
I think if Idris was like James Bond, I would probably be more inclined because I'm more of a fan of him. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's dope. Lamont, how you take all this, man?
This is if he wants to do the job, this is 100% match made in heaven, B. Avery. I'm gonna tell you why. That James Bond franchise has kind of been dying for some electricity in terms of the Bond. I'm not saying Daniel Craig was bad. He was fine. But in terms of bringing a wider swath of audience, you got it right here with Idris Elba. He is internationally loved because, one, you said he's British, and he is. He has the accent. They love him no matter what race, what creed, what country you're in. He's more recognized and loved than Daniel Craig. I'm willing to jump off a ledge and debate anyone who wants to say he's not. So he would bring some electricity to a franchise that desperately needed. Now, mind you, I'm someone who's been watching James Bond since Sean Connery. Since before I was born, I was watching James Bond. I love the series. The man has the swag. He has the calling. And I've loved him in some of these other roles when he's played a villain in some of these kind of not 007 style movies, but more of these kind of movie roles where, like the one, for example, when he was opposite The Rock and Jason Statham. I loved him in that role. And then to see him flip and be the actual, to see him flip and be the actual 007, I don't see why they aren't throwing as much money at this man as possible, because he gonna make this thing pop.
Right on. Yeah, I think this is amazing. Long overdue. I hope it pops off. I hope it goes into fruition. Also, I'm gonna be petty as well. I also want to see it because I know some people are gonna be upset. You know, I don't know why. I mean, you had Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig. Who was before the other people before Sean? I can't even know. I don't even know their names, but y'all know. I haven't seen I haven't seen any of the only ones I've seen is Daniel Craig and Pierce Brosnan films, the 90s Bonds.
So you've never seen any of the Sean Connerys? I would, and if you ever get a minute, I would tell you to go watch him, because many people think that he portrayed the best James Bond, and he had some great moments. But just because the first one I ever saw was Pierce Brosnan, who most people say is the weakest of the Bonds. He's been my favorite, but I will say Sean Connery did a whole lot of stuff, and some of those stunts he did on his own. Go back and watch them; it might surprise you. But I think what would just be the best of all the worlds would definitely be Idris.
Hell yeah! Did you see any of with Roger Moore?
No, didn't see any of those.
Me neither. So, one take. Lamont just said here that Pierce Brosnan's that may have been some of the worst. That may be. I still enjoyed them. I mean, because that was an introduction to me. When you go back and look at them, like the one with Halle Berry, what was it called? I forgot. The one with Halle Berry. It was really silly. All them gadgets.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it was.
You know, they got all types of weapons on the ice and stuff and missiles. You know, I mean, it's still fun, but it's silly. You know what I'm saying? The Daniel Craig is more of a grounded James Bond. That was more of a, like, okay, we just got all the money and toys. We're just gonna be silly with it, which is part of Bond too. I'm not hating on it, but it's just a different tone. So I'll just say this: if you don't got to rush to see it like the Raid or One Take, but if you get a minute, like Lamont is telling me, if I get a minute, check out the Sean Connery. If you get a minute, at least check out the Pierce Brosnan Bond or whatever, because I did enjoy those. And so Jaron 215, Sean Connery, James Bond is hilarious. We got to see Roger Moore, 1970s. Sean Connery is my favorite. I was never interested in James Bond, but if Idris gets the role, I'll sure watch it. Right on. You know, Roger Moore with Grace Jones is good. Idris is too old enough. Okay. I liked all the James Bonds acted, including Timothy Dalton. All right. So we got some James Bonds fans in the building. Whether you're watching this via live on the replay, let us know if you are a James Bond fan and if you are excited to see Idris Elba take on the role. If that excites you or not. And just let us know how you feel in the comment section below. We would all really appreciate that.